What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter, and a lot of people always be asking me about MubuKrump. He one of the dudes that I'm asked about a lot if it's not like Chief Keef, Lil Durk, or like somebody that kind of really blew up in the drill culture. I'm asked about him a lot because a lot of people be wanting to know, was he really like that? I done did this blog several times, but I'm not gonna lie, this week I done had a lot of ads and Twitter mentions and shit about this. A lot of things that I be asked about be on my Instagram at Truth Teller TV. So you get a chance, click the link in the description, and I'm gonna put it in the comment section, and go follow me on Instagram at Truth Teller TV. I be posting a lot of shit there. I don't be posting here, but a lot of people be asking me about Crump, and on some honest shit, I'm not gonna lie. He was really like that. I'm not gonna lie. He was one of the dudes who I believe, a lot of the OTF niggas and the BDs that was linked to them really didn't like him. He was very aggressive. I done said this several times. I had a couple opportunities to talk to him on the cell phone. Somehow he had asked me for my number and we chopped it up. And I'm not gonna lie, this dude was aggressive as fuck. But if you didn't understand, you wouldn't understand it. It was once upon a time. He was very cool with OTF. He was very cool with Lil Durk. He was very cool with Lil Durk brother. He actually feels like his brothers created the OTF movement, and then something happened, and then all of a sudden the frenemy shit came out. But you got to think about it. Crump was one of the dudes who was different than a lot of these other rappers who are just name dropping and dissing rappers from being from different neighborhoods. Crump actually was close to them. He has information about them. He was able to touch them. A lot of people will tell you that it was him who sent that shit out to have somebody goddamn it, get DJ Bands a one-piece chicken sandwich, okay? We seen that on the internet. We done seen several videos of Crump attacking people. We done seen the interviews with people saying Crump then got them robbed and all kind of things like this. Plus, he was linked with a lot of people who Lil Durk and them had a strong hate for. Like, they were linked, he was linked to people like from 05 Went Young Money. He was linked to Melly and all kind of shit like this. So, a lot of people that tell you that Crump was really like a G. He was stamped. He was like a general. He was one of those dudes who the shorties looked up to, and he was on bullshit. So, once he started kind of like vlogging at the end of his life, he started going on the internet telling stories about what happened in the hood. Remember, academics called him the scorekeeper. Crump didn't have platinum songs. Crump didn't have videos that had 50 million views. He got famous because those stories he was telling seemed accurate as hell. The scorekeeper, let's just be honest about this shit. He was going aggressive on Varney. He was acting like some of his people, the ones who put him in that chair. We know about the Chino burgers, the stuff he was saying. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of thought that was disrespectful to Newski a little bit, to be honest with you. But a lot bit, to be honest. But I guess they had personal beef because Crump really knew that man. He met that man before. It's pictures of those guys together. Crump ended up losing his life in the heinous way at a house party, the same way Melly kind of lost his life. We don't know if it was the back door or anything involved in that shit, but he was real aggressive. Imagine someone being that high-ranking, outstanding member that's vlogging. He was telling real stories. Now, you might not believe it. The next man might not believe it, but it was words that he was telling real street stories that was really happening in the hoods. Don't get me wrong. He might have been a little biased because he probably favored his homeboys more. But if you listen, it was more than 50% of those stories that were telling the truth. Crump was like a street psychic, if you really wanted to know. He had a lot of stories. He wasn't beefing with the little dudes. He knew about Bezu getting his jaw hurt. He knew about, all these street stories and shit like that. So, I think he was very famous in his community. A lot of people knew who he was. It was going to be hard for him to maneuver around, if you ask me. I think he had one of the dopest freestyles ever on Zach TV. He spit that fire. You get a chance, man, go listen to his music. It's sad because a lot of these young brothers be losing their life early due to the wrong things. But, people always ask me, was Crump like that? And I think Crump is one of the rappers who was really like that. He's one of the rappers who was really, really, like, I believe, affiliated. He was sliding on people and shit like that. Like, these are not rumors, you know. I'm not trying to dirty his name up or anything like that, but he's a street legend. The fans want to know about him, and it's my job to bring the news that's covered up to the people who can't see it. You feel me? So I appreciate the love. It's the homie truth. Blah, 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 blah.